What's going on, everybody? And I can actually really say this. Welcome back. It has been, I would say, almost a month, maybe 3 weeks since I made a good quality, solid video for you guys. And I just wanted to say welcome back to the channel. Now, the reason why I've been absent for so long is because so much has been happening and going on in my life. Throughout the past couple of weeks, I moved from the east side of Michigan to the west side of Michigan, my original hometown, around the Detroit area, we'll just call it that. And then I moved to Grand Rapids, a beautiful city on the west side of Michigan. So the reason I moved is because I'm going back to school. I'm starting my third year in college at Grand Valley State University. I'm sure some of you guys knew that. I posted some videos about it and other things like that. Also, I left my position at the car dealership because I was moving. My boss knew about it. It was just kind of a summer thing while I was home. And now I work at a different place. I work at a hotel and I do valet for them. So going from a car dealership to valet, it's a little bit different, but I'm still around cars and I still get to do car related things, which is what I enjoy. Things have been so busy, and I really appreciate you guys sticking with me through this busy, rough time, and thank you so much for checking back and staying consistent with the channel. It means so much to me. So let's get into the reason why I posted this video, and obviously the reason why you clicked on it, because you saw the title. I'm selling my Mustang. This was my first car. I purchased it when I was about 15 and a half. I was so excited, and I searched for, I'm not kidding you, probably like 6, 7, 8 months. I was always looking at cars. I had no idea what I wanted to get. I went from trucks to Jeeps to every different kind of muscle car you've ever thought of, different years, different styles, and I finally landed on this Mustang. I loved it, and I still love it to this day, but to be honest, it's just time for it to go. It's time for me to grow into something bigger, better, something that has a few things that this car doesn't, and we're gonna get into those. One of the things that I really want in my new car is a manual transmission. I have a manual in my Focus and I love it to death, and I think my muscle car should have, or my new car, not necessarily a muscle car, my new car should have a manual transmission. A second thing I want is I don't want the convertible top anymore. It's wonderful, it was a lot of fun, and it served its purpose, but I just want to grow into something different. And living in Michigan, I don't really get to use it all that much. And in addition, it does bring about some problems like occasional leaking and like the back window problem, which I've mentioned before, and other things like that. I just want a hard top. I think it's going to give me a lot cleaner look and a better overall performance because it'll be lighter as well. I'm also looking for something with more longevity, something that I can build, something that I can put a lot of time, energy, and money into to make something amazing. Not that I haven't put time, money, and energy into this, but this is a 4.6 motor V8. Not that it doesn't make a whole lot of power, it makes decent power, but if I'm looking for something to really build and put time and energy into, I want to start off with a better block, a bigger engine, and something that has a lot more potential than this does. There's just not a crazy amount of potential in this vehicle. Another reason why I'm kind of looking to sell it is because I now have my daily Ford Focus. I purchased that Ford Focus about 2-3 months ago, if you guys have been staying updated. And now that I have a consistent vehicle, a daily, it really opens up so many more opportunities for the type of vehicle I can get because I don't have to worry about having space for passengers or things like that. I listed this vehicle for sale about a week ago. I've had people reaching out to me and interested buyers, but nobody's actually made a purchase yet. This is by no means an advertisement for my vehicle. If somebody reached out to me that saw this video and they were interested, I'd be more than happy to work with them. But I just kind of wanted to update you guys on the situation. I am gonna flash a mod list right now and all the information on my vehicle if somebody by chance was interested. I do have a full walk around of it if you guys want to check a look at that. But I don't want to pressure anybody. I'm not like that. I don't want to force selling my vehicle into the YouTube market. I'm in no rush or anything like that to sell the vehicle. Winter is coming up, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to sell it before winter for a solid price that myself and the buyer can agree upon. If that happens, I'll just put it into storage, and then I will probably reach out to my former dealership that I worked at, and I will try to sell it at that dealership. Right now, I'm just trying to sell it on my own to see if I can actually connect with a buyer. So I've been looking for quite a while on what I want this car's replacement to be. I went from S550 Mustangs to GT500s to regular SS Camaros to ZL1s to C5 Corvettes. I looked at all these cars and I really tried to compare them on not just what I wanted, what type of style and what type of presence I wanted the car to have, but also I want to be able to get a good solid car for my money. Originally, that was kind of the stance I took when purchasing this vehicle, and I want to continue that. I want something that isn't going to decrease crazy in value. I want something that has some sort of essence to it and everybody knows what it is. I also don't want it to be super common. I kind of had that problem when looking for cars. I do think the S550 Mustangs and the SS Camaros are beautiful machines, but it just kind of seems like a lot of people own them, and I don't want to be just another Mustang guy. I've had this Mustang and been to many events where I'm just one car in a lineup of Mustangs, and I kind of want to stand out more and have a presence more in the auto world. So that's when I finally settled on the type of car that I am probably 90% sure will replace this vehicle, and that is a C6 Corvette. The C6 Corvette is absolutely beautiful. My ideal color is going to be the cyber gray metallic. I think that it pairs very, very nicely with anything I could add into the vehicle, maybe some carbon fiber accents, probably black, matte black wheels, maybe gloss black, I don't know. We'll take that when we get there, but that's probably going to be my next car, is a C6 Corvette. I think I'm going to get a heck of a lot of car for my money. I think it's not going to decrease crazy in value like a Mustang would, and I'm going to be able to build it like I can't build this car. I have a bigger block, which we'll get to that in a little bit. I'll have a bigger block and just a lot more potential. The starting baseline for that car is already amazing. It has great speed, great power, and it's super light compared to this vehicle. So it's a really good starting point for building a car. Now this brings me to the next topic, the block inside of the C6 Corvette. In 2005 is when the C6 Corvette first made its debut. The original engine was a LS2, which is a 6.0 liter engine, makes about 400 horsepower, and that's paired with the transmission. I don't remember the name of the transmission at this time, but that's paired with their transmission in the vehicle. Now, in 2008, they switched over to the LS3, which is a 6.2 liter. You get 0.2 liters more of displacement, and you get an upgraded transmission as well. But the problem is that a 2007, for example, is definitely a lot cheaper than the 2008. There is a solid markup of that car in those years. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the 6.2 makes about 430. So an increase in horsepower obviously comes with the increase in displacement. So I really haven't decided if it's worth the money to upgrade from the LS2 to the LS3 when purchasing the vehicle. I don't know if I want to get a 2005, 6, or 7, or I want to go to an 8 and up. An 8 and up would definitely be a better decision, especially if I'm going to put some money into this car and build the vehicle. But I don't know if it's worth the extra 3, 4, 5 grand. So that's a decision I got to make down the line. But I don't know if I'm going to actually make a purchase before the winter season starts. If I can sell my vehicle beforehand and then find a car that I like and then purchase that all before winter starts, I'll do that. But it's kind of a hefty timeline. I don't know if I'll be able to do that all in this amount of time. So that's going to be my car decision for what I want this vehicle to be replaced by. Let me know in the comments below what you think is better, the LS2 or the LS3. If you think I should spend the extra money to get the bigger motor or not.
I'd really appreciate your guys' opinions.
So like I said, I moved over to Grand Rapids. I live really close to Grand Valley, and I don't technically live in Grand Rapids. I live in a smaller township called Allendale, which is outside of Grand Rapids, but I just say Grand Rapids because I'm sure most of you have no idea what Allendale is. But anyways, this car scene on the west side of Michigan is totally different than the east side of Michigan car scene. And I say that because the east side of Michigan is, obviously you guys know that Detroit is home of the big three, Ford, Chrysler, and General Motors. Those are all American domestic companies. Everybody around there, probably most of the people work for those companies, or everybody's just passionate about American cars. There's not a huge market for imports and other vehicles like that. But on the west side of Michigan, that is not so. This is a huge JDM, Euro, and just Japanese style community over here. All these cars are tuner oriented and tuner related, and that's not the case over there. So I'm definitely interested in visiting local car scenes here and really checking out the difference. And I want to bring you guys along with me. Hopefully we can see all the different types of vehicles, JDM, and everything that's out there on the west side of Michigan. I know it's going to be quite a change from what this channel is used to, but I'm really excited to take this next step forward and checking out the new car community over here. Whenever a deal is made on this car, I'm going to be really sad to see it go, but hopefully it goes to a new owner who really likes the vehicle. Hopefully they can put the car to good use and enjoy it just as much as I have, because I know I really enjoyed this car. Now that's really it for all this video, guys. I really appreciate you checking this out. Let me know what car you think I should get. If one of the cars that I named was something that you think I should get instead. I'm kind of pretty much leaning towards the C6 Corvette, but if you have something else, shoot it my way. Maybe I'll change my mind. Who knows? Thank you guys for checking this out, and I'll see you in the next video.